Hello and welcome to the Talkin Bits podcast. I am your host, Michael Rose.
Yeah.
And with me is Nathaniel Booher.
That's right.
Yep.
That's me, Nathaniel Boo Him. That's
Boo
me.
him.
Here I am.
This is episode 2, part 2 of
Part 2.
Dada's Home.
Part 2 of Dada's Home.
Yep.
Michael's adventures in Europe.
Yep. That is
Yeah.
gallivanting through
Yeah.
the European,
Yes.
I would say Union, but Brexit
This is
happened,
this is a 2-part series where Michael just flexes on me and talks about how fun the last month's been for him. And
I haven't worked in 3 weeks.
I rented some chairs and put those up for a show and had a show.
I would say I haven't worked in 3 weeks, but I did work a little bit while I was in Europe. I sold a house while I was in a different country. Is that kind of cool?
Not really. It's gross, dude. You should have put that shit to the side.
Well, you know, self-employed.
Ugh.
I didn't work a lot. I'd say over the 10 days that we were gone, I worked a grand total of an hour and a half.
Well, you just wait. This podcast is about to take off.
And I will never work again.
This is the one.
Because this is fun.
That's right. You never work a day in your life.
If you're having fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Anyways, we're back.
Anyway.
This is, the last episode just kind of trailed off, I would imagine.
Yeah. There was a lot to talk about, and we were going to try to keep it. We were going to try to keep it pretty tight, and then Nathaniel interrupts. He's not a good listener.
I like to add flavor to the soup while it's boiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to stir a little bit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, this is part 2. I don't know exactly where we cut it off from the
I don't
other
either.
one,
We'll figure
we'll figure it out.
Well, that's tonight's problem.
That is
if you're listening, obviously you probably heard part 1. If for some reason you're not, go back because that episode's out, so you can kind of trace Michael through London and through Paris, and then in this episode you're going to Rome.
I'm definitely going to Rome. I might still be in Paris,
and this episode has
honestly I might still be in London because I talked about London for so long.
The point of this whole episode is if you listen to the end, you'll hear me lose my fucking mind at some point.
You got quiet, actually.
A twist where you can see my whole reality unravel in front of me.
Maybe the best punchline I've ever delivered.
Michael hit me with a real twist is what's in there. And it's much later, but
they call me M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
They call me
I don't like it. I don't like that at all.
Michael Night Shyamalan.
No, they don't, dude.
Yeah, they do.
The M stands for Michael.
Yeah.
Michael Knight,
Yeah, my elementary school, we were the Knights. So.
Michael Knight, leave me alone, more like.
Anyways, enjoy the episode.
Yeah, have fun.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye. But so we get off this train in Paris.
Dude, God, I don't want to be on this train already. Just you describing it. I'm like, I don't want to be on this.
I'm telling you the bad stuff because like we're in a comedy podcast and it's fun and ha 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 ha, right? But like it was the best trip ever.
Sure.
Even with the annoyances. But so we get off the fucking train.
It's pretty cool that you jerked off in 3 different countries over the last month.
I did.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
That's pretty neat.
I did.
You're really coming everywhere. That's awesome. That's really cool, dude. I'm so proud of you.
That was a good joke.
I'm so proud of you.
All right. So we get off in Paris. We're off the train, and Kayla and I have traveled before. So we get out of the door, and we're waiting on the group because we're not going to leave them our public transport. We have to the tour director has to take us our public transport. We get up against the wall out of the fucking way. The rest of the group doesn't get that memo, and they just stand in front of the door, completely blocking the walkway.
Yeah,
it was awful.
Yeah.
So Paris,
just American tourist shit,
dude.
Yeah,
Paris. So we had a tour. We had to do a bus tour the first day. We're in Paris, and we get off at the Eiffel Tower. That's the picture you saw. Was us in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
with all those people. Before we get off the bus, the lady who is the most French person in the world, she go oh la la, like just sacre bleu, like very fucking French.
She's a tour guide?
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't remember her name. Yeah, she didn't stick out like
shout out to tour guide French lady.
Yeah. We had another French tour guide. She wasn't as good as this one. But so
I'll say this, I am not a fan of a tour guide who is too good at their job.
What do you mean?
It's kind of like a waiter who's working too hard, you know? What are you guys doing after dinner? Shut the fuck up.
No, she didn't do that.
Bring me my shit. A tour guide that's like, I want to get to know, by the end of this tour, we're going to be a family.
No. None of that.
Fuck right off.
The tour director is a little different because he was just coordinating it all, and we did spend a lot of time with him.
Tour director Tom?
Tour director Tom.
Right.
OG.
Yeah.
Loved him. Anyway, so we get off. We're about to get off the bus in the Eiffel Tower, and she's like, And this was the very funny, very true thing she said. She's like, guys, don't take this the wrong way. No offense.
Mm-hmm.
But there are pickpockets.
Oh.
And you guys look very American.
Yeah.
So just be
what
careful.
gave us away? The 400-pound lady taking a break every 10 feet, or John wandering aimlessly with a "God Bless America" T-shirt from Old Navy, fucking
No, he didn't have that, but he
shoving
should've.
turnstiles.
John did lose Betsy so many times in fucking Paris, dude.
Pretty
it was
cool.
awful.
That's pretty cool.
At one point in Paris, we went to Versailles, and
now that I like.
Versailles was
Interesting.
honestly my least favorite part of Paris.
Really?
Yeah, it was cool. It was just cold. And
I would
nasty that
here's
day.
my idea of Paris. I want like a little one of those rickety metal tables, that's like ornate, like
Silent one.
it's
Outside.
like a steel rickety table that looks like vines or something kind of deal. Yeah, and you're sitting outside and you're just ripping cigs and drinking a nice foamy latte or something.
I didn't.
And then they're
dude,
like, "Here's your croissant, sir. This is your fifth. Well, we're cutting you off."
They
That's
cut
my
you off
idea.
as you're paying for them.
Just being cut off from a croissant and cigarette breakfast is my idea of Paris. That's if I go there, that's what it's going to be. They're going to be like,
Dude,
"Sir,
I
we
didn't
have no
smoke.
more pastries."
I didn't smoke it all there, but I ate so many pastries. I gained 10 pounds while I was.
How
in
do you go to
Europe.
Paris and not smoke a cigarette indoors, dude? That's the whole point. Of
I
going
didn't.
to
No one
Paris.
ever smoked indoors.
I would.
I think they have it outlawed indoors like they do in the States, but
Gay.
outside, everywhere.
That's gay.
I drank just
Yeah.
espresso, dude. Just
Sick.
cups of
Sick.
espresso.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
What would enhance that flavor better than a nice
Dude, I said that.
French
I
cigarette?
did say that a lot. I told Kayla I should have, dude. There were so many tobacco shops.
That's how you lose weight.
Dude,
You just
I did.
coffee
I
and
somehow
cigarettes.
gained weight while I was in Europe, and I walked a lot, but I think it was just the amount of
just
straight up pastries.
food tourism is what interests me.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about the Eiffel Tower, dude.
Parisian food. Let me before I go on. My favorite food I had was in London.
Yeah.
The whole trip.
Did you go to the offices of Charlie Hebdo?
Of who? Is that the guy who got beheaded for putting Muhammad in a?
Yeah. Did you go there?
Did not. No,
That's not a stop on the tour.
it's not on the guided tour.
All right, folks, we're coming up here on the left. The offices of Charlie.
where that guy got beheaded. No. So, but Versailles was kind of like probably our least favorite. Just it was cool, but like it just wasn't. I don't know.
Too many L's.
Yeah, I
Too
don't know.
many
It's
L's
Versailles.
in Versailles. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Versailles, pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much. But we walked around Paris a lot. We took a couple Ubers. Their ease of travel is a little harder
Sure.
in Paris, but we did take a couple Ubers.
Oh, did you go to Notre Dame? That's there, right? Is that there?
It is. We did not go to it because it's still under reconstruction.
Right.
Do
Do you know, this is sort of do you know how they're doing that?
how?
The reconstruction. So when I was in college, the first year I was I graduated digital media, and there's like 4 concentrations. I wound up choosing 3D animation. That was kind of my route. But the first year I was game design, which is still under that umbrella. So we had a whole like a week-long lecture how when Notre Dame caught on fire and burnt down. If you don't know, Notre Dame, very famous temple, huge Catholic facility, massive, beautiful.
It was beautiful when we saw it too.
Yeah, it's awesome. It caught on fire, and so they're doing some reconstruction. It's taking like 7 years to complete it or something.
It opens this month or next month.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I just saw a video. So initially, I don't know at this stage, but like initially when starting the reconstruction, they used the data from
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed
I
Unity.
kind of felt like you were going to say that.
From Assassin's Creed Unity, which was a video game at that time that did a 3D scan, like an environmental scan of Notre Dame to recreate it within the gaming system, like within the software. So they used the data to fully, like visually render and reconstruct it.
That's so cool.
And create the blueprints off of the video game. Yeah.
Dude,
anyways.
Paris was, I mean, everything. Yeah, it was awesome, dude. Like,
I would like to go to Paris.
We did go to the top of the Eiffel Tower. We didn't go inside the Louvre. Cool. There was just too long of a line, and we just didn't have enough time to really deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the Mona Lisa, right? That's why
there's
everybody's
other stuff, but like, I don't care.
Is there any Van Gogh shit in there?
Probably. I don't know.
I'd go for that, maybe.
But our options are wait 2 to 3 hours for the Louvre, spend 2 to 5 hours inside the Louvre.
Right.
Or go to the Eiffel Tower. Go to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I think you made the right choice.
So we went to the top of the Eiffel Tower. We walked around Paris.
I would go wherever there was food. That's where it would be like, can we eat in the Louvre? Okay, then we're not going.
We ate inside the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, see,
not like a full meal, but like just a couple pastries and some coffee.
Good choice.
You've seen Inception, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You know the bridge at the beginning of the movie?
With the locks on it? Is that
Well, we
bridge?
did see a couple of those bridges. But the bridge in Inception where like the mirror, like he had the mirrors.
Yes.
I saw that bridge.
Saw it. That's cool.
I took a picture while in that bridge.
This is another deep plug. Did you ever read the I believe it was the Magic Treehouse Chronicle books? Are you familiar with the not the Magic School Bus, but is it Magic Treehouse? Is that what it was? Remember that?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it was these kids who had like a time traveling treehouse, and they went to the Eiffel Tower, and I think like for some reason Albert Einstein was up there or something.
Oh,
it
that's
was like
cool.
a secret, Magic Treehouse. You don't remember?
Yeah,
that?
does that bridge look familiar?
Oh yeah. I got you. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's a cool picture.
That was cool.
Oh Jesus.
So anyway, we did that.
God.
We did that. We ate.
Dude.
Is it not?
I was Googling Magic Treehouse while looking at that picture, and I accidentally typed in Magic Tree SOM. And when I hit search, Magic Threesome, a Pornhub result, was the first thing that came up. So, God, I hope my mom doesn't check my search history. I'm in trouble. I'm grounded.
Please don't do that while we're
God, you're not going to believe this
recording.
video. No, I'm just sitting
Don't
over
do that
there.
while we're recording.
Jesus, they're really going at it.
Unplug the recording sign if you're going to do that.
Magic Treehouse, dude. Bullshit, you didn't read these at all. There's one where they go to the Civil War and they help Clara Barton, like, heal Union soldiers, dude.
I didn't read those, but I've seen those.
Oh, they're so good.
I've seen those.
They're so good. Shout out to Magic Treehouse and tour director Tom.
Yep. But yeah, so we saw Moulin Rouge in Paris.
Moulin Rouge. Is that just like an Asian lady dressed in red?
No.
Moulin Rouge.
It's like 40 people, like 30 women, like 10 dudes, and
it's an orgy?
It's in the red light district.
Oh, it is. It's like an orgy.
It's a show in the red light district.
Oh, wow.
So
it's like a sex show.
Pretty much. Not
wow.
Like, it's not like
what level of no, this actually does interest me.
No, so it was like honestly, so here's what it was. It's like the can, which is like a big thing. It's like I don't even know how to I don't know the can, but whatever.
Like
it's
live
like,
cams?
No, it's like a lot of dancing, and it's like there is singing, but the singing's on French, so I didn't know it. But there's a lot of dancing, and then there's like 3 acts. Like 3 acts of the show. And
is there fucking in the show?
No, in between the acts of the show. In between the acts of the show, there's like the carnival-esque acts. Like we had like have you seen the people on like roller skates, like on America's Got Talent, who just go do crazy shit on roller skates?
Yeah.
And then there's a contortionist, and then there was a guy who was like a super strength, like
don't like it. Contortionist?
I did not care for the contortionist.
Quit doing that.
I did not care for that.
That's me as a crowd member seeing a contortionist show. Hey, knock it off.
Yeah.
How about that?
But
put your fucking knees back where they belong.
It was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, it was dope.
I'm looking at it now. It's kind of got like Greatest Showman vibes. That's kind of the vibe
Yeah.
I'm getting. Like if the
Greatest Showman with a lot less clothes on.
See, I'm not. Maybe Google's really restricted my view.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just seeing a
probably-
lot of red.
Let me see it. What you got?
I'm just seeing like almost like a Vegas show is kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Vegas show.
And not interested. I thought when you said red light district, I got excited. I
Yeah.
thought you guys went and watched an orgy on stage.
No, like
or
the red light district, because it's like very like sexually freeing and stuff like that. That's what I meant by that.
Oh, not a real red light district.
Well, there's other stuff in the red light district.
See, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Now let's go there.
Was with my wife, so didn't really.
God, that sucks.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was it for Paris. I mean,
John was loving the red light district, dude.
No,
John was getting lost on purpose. John was like, I can't find my wife. I'm at a brothel.
John doesn't come alive until Rome, which we're almost to.
Oh,
so John got sick though about halfway through.
Rest in peace, John.
So you're hearing me.
International sickness for a 75-year-old.
You're hearing
geezer,
me.
too.
Just know I'm over my. I'm like at the end of it.
Right.
But John got sick about halfway through. Started in Paris, and John does not cover his mouth when he coughs.
Oh, I like John. John's an all-American. That's what he is.
John made his problems.
Did John have Twinkies in his suitcase? Be
everywhere?
honest.
Everyone else is probably.
Yeah, that's what we do, dude. We're Americans. We're put on this earth to fuck it up for everybody else.
Probably.
And enjoy it. Isn't it worse if we don't enjoy it? It's just squandering our privilege.
Yeah.
It's like white privilege. Yeah. If you don't use it,
You gotta-
it's way worse.
I get it.
You got to use it.
So we fly to Italy. We fly to Rome. That was the sketchiest flight I've ever been in my life. If you're ever in a situation to take Air Italia, don't do it.
Why fly? They're like, we got the engine problems.
Don't do it. If Rome and Paris are...
That's a spicy meatball.
Rome and Paris...
Air Italia is so funny. Dude, how many stewardess are getting groped on Air Italia?
You don't even understand how much shit you have predicted unintentionally.
I know the Italians,
dude. So, okay. So, Air Italia, the flight, I thought the same thing because you were going to ask, why didn't we just take a train? I asked the same thing. So much further. Rome and Paris are so much further than you think they are.
But wouldn't that just be like maybe a 6-hour train ride, which is also doable?
Yeah, but it was like a 2-hour flight.
You know what it probably is? It's probably the Alps.
Yeah, I honestly probably is. Probably.
Yeah, like you got to fly over them bitches.
So yeah, we did fly over them. Yeah, but just a sketchy flight. It was very comfortable.
Yeah,
it was not a fun.
Could you see them out the window? Could you see the Alps? Beautiful.
Yeah, they were. It was very cool. So anyway, we get to Italy. Barely, because that flight was awful.
Barely.
It's a long walk from our terminal to the bus.
You're getting a real taste of Italy. You're getting, to quote Olive Garden, you're getting the tour of Italy, dude. You're getting the tour of Italy. You're getting Alfredo, lasagna, and spaghetti on one plate.
Dude, I forgot one thing in Paris. I'm sorry. The first night we were in Paris, we went out to eat, and then tour director Tom was like, hey, there's something I kind of want to show you guys. And it was the most beautiful thing we saw in Paris, minus the Eiffel Tower. But it's kind of a long walk. Who wants to come with me? And everyone almost was like, yeah. Everyone but me and Kayla, halfway through it, we're like, there's such a long walk. Yeah. There's so many stairs.
3 blocks. Blah. Yeah.
Dude, it wasn't that bad. It was like...
Was it worth the walk?
It was it? It was, I don't remember what cathedral. Well, I didn't take a picture of it.
How pissed would you be if you got there and it was just like this girl that Tom has a crush on?
Dude, it really wasn't... Tom's gay. Tom's married to a man.
This guy, it's his husband sitting in their living room. He's like, look at him.
It was
Isn't he beautiful?
I felt weird taking pictures inside of like cathedrals, and I didn't take one outside of it because like a lot of people, dude. I will say this is something we went to a lot of cathedrals and basilicas, and like people were like praying.
Yeah,
and there's some that I would if people were not praying, I would take a picture.
You just start making sounds.
But like, dude, people would be in there and there'd be like no photos, no videos, people at prayer, and you just see people.
Yeah.
Walk in.
What's up, guys? I'm here in St. Peter's Basilica on my 5th tour of it. Yeah, fuck off.
Dude, it was awful. Anyway,
did you see any of those Americans? They're around.
Oh.
The vloggers.
You're predicting.
There's got to be vloggers, right?
So much.
I fucking hate the vloggers.
Not the vloggers, but you are predicting so much.
Just annoying other Americans.
So we get to Rome. We do this long walk, and that was kind of a long walk in an airport. Yeah, everyone was bitching.
Dude, I hate seeing other touristy Americans in American cities. Like when we went to New Orleans and somebody's in a carriage ride. Like, oh, look at that! I bet there's alligators in that puddle. Shut the fuck up, dude. Tourists are
my
the
thing.
Worst.
Like, obviously, I tour a lot. Like, I'm like a tourist. Like, I go a lot of different places. I like to blend the fuck in.
Of course.
That's how I experience
that's
a city.
How you travel.
That's how I tour a city.
That's
how I blend the fuck in.
You go, hey, where do you guys eat? And then that's where you eat. And
exactly.
Like, what do you guys do around here? And that's what you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you're in fucking Spokane, Washington, it doesn't have to be international. Don't be an obnoxious white person. That's what I'm saying.
Don't act like you don't belong.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing with traveling.
Yeah.
So anyway, that bus ride from the plane to the hotel was the worst fucking thing I've ever had in my entire life. It was like an hour and a half.
Did it smell like oregano, the bus?
No. No. It was just a long, traffic was bad. I don't fucking like Rome. I will never go back to Rome.
Really?
Well, I'm happy I went to Rome.
I'd love to go to Italy, but I don't really care for Rome myself.
I will never go back to Rome.
I'd like to go to the coast, the Amalfi Coast would be nice.
I would like to go to a lot of places in Italy. I've done Rome.
Yeah.
So we get to the hotel, and I'm like, Kayla, and we are so fucking tired at this point because we have been like every day from 7 a.m. till 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Walking.
Right.
Because we got we did the fucking trip.
You did the tour.
Well, we even outside of the tours, like we walked from our hotel to the Louvre in Paris, which was like an hour walk.
And then wound up not going in?
Well, we walked a bunch of things in between.
Oh.
Like the thing was like we do that walk so we can see the city.
Yeah. You got out. You did some shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we got to the Louvre, and then we took a bike ride to the Eiffel Tower because it was too far. At that point, it was like, I can't walk.
A bike? You rode a bike, or somebody pedaled you around?
Somebody pedaled. That was kind of a touristy thing, but it was like, honestly, a legit way of traveling.
And your feet are just killing you.
At that point, we walked an hour to the Louvre, and it was like another 45 minutes to the
What
Eiffel
do they
Tower.
call those? There's a term for the fucking bikes with
I don't know.
Like the wagon behind them sort of deal.
Yeah, this one was kind of cool. We had seatbelts, which was needed.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Which was needed.
really?
Oh, we did a Seine River cruise, too, in Paris, which I'll post a bunch of those pictures at some
Isn't it
point.
gross?
I mean, I didn't get into the water.
But I think it's gross, right?
It was at night. I don't know.
There's a project right now where they're trying to clean it up, I think. Like,
Probably.
you used to be able to swim in it, and no dice right now.
No, yeah. That was actually probably our favorite part of the trip was Seine River cruise. Anyway, so
that's
Rome. We get to the hotel, and I'm just like, Kayla, we got to I cannot leave. And she's like, yeah, we can't leave. Like, I'm so tired. We ordered pizza to our hotel room.
Yeah.
They don't cut the pizza.
Oh, interesting.
So
You're
that
just
was
supposed
fun.
to. Well, I don't know if you know this. Every Italian actually keeps a pizza cutter in their pocket at all times.
We got our souvenir for ourselves from Italy was a pizza cutter. Because that first night we didn't have a pizza cutter.
They let you take that on the plane back?
Well, you don't check it. I mean, you check it. You don't put it in your carry-on.
You fucking domestic terrorist.
You put it in your carry-on, you fucker.
You sneaking
Shut up.
sharp objects on the plane. I'm reporting you to
I almost
Spirit
did.
Airlines.
We did pack most of our stuff in the in our
Air Italia
our
doesn't
carry-on.
give a fuck, dude.
No, Air Italia encouraged you to bring a gun on the plane.
Air Italia is like, kill us all.
Air Italia was like, we're either you kill us or we're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So,
It's not even a plane, Air Italia. It's just, yeah.
but Rome though,
It's a breadstick.
Rome was like the.
Did you eat at the Olive Garden while you were there?
I didn't even tell you about the McDonald's in Paris.
Oh, yeah.
The reason we had McDonald's, it was the day that we walked to the Louvre, went to the Eiffel Tower, all that stuff. And that was the night we were going to Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
And we didn't have time to go to a restaurant because we had to get from the Eiffel Tower to our hotel to go to, because our hotel was by Moulin Rouge where we're meeting the people we're going with. And so we had to go from the Eiffel Tower to our hotel, which was like 30 minutes. We had to take an Uber. And then there was nothing. We just didn't have time. But there was a McDonald's like walking distance from our hotel.
Yeah.
And we barely even ate the McDonald's time. That was the only reason
What'd
we
you
had
get?
it. Have you ever seen Pulp Fiction? Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, the deluxe with cheese.
El Royale with cheese,
El Royale
boy.
with cheese.
Of course I did.
Was it just the
better.
McDonald's? Oh, it was better?
It was better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like bullshit. And you know who's going to fix that? RFK Jr., motherfucker. That's right. Yeah.
He's not. But,
Anyways.
so
Did you see where they had McDonald's on the plane after he got selected? Have you seen that picture?
I have, and he looks miserable.
That shit's so funny.
It looks like he looks like he's about to commit an act of terrorism.
Dude,
and crash that plane.
I want a fucking, like, our Talkin Bits flag. I want a flag that has that picture on it.
Just his face.
Over my bed.
Just his face.
them chowing down on a Big Mac combo.
But anyway,
That
so
might be what I get for lunch after this, dude.
we go to Rome, and our tour director's like, Rome's not like the other cities. You're gonna notice
I'm
Rome.
not like the other cities.
You're gonna notice Rome is just not like other
Right.
cities.
I'm not like the other girls. Yeah. I don't do that.
Rome is three
Says
cities.
the biggest whore in campus. Anyways, go ahead.
Rome is 3 cities put together. And
Okay.
because of that, it fucking
wait.
sucks to travel.
I kind of know this.
Okay.
Isn't there a specific area where they're like, yeah, the Jews are over there?
Probably. but
There
I don't
is.
know.
There is, because I listened to Tom Segura's podcast, and they recently went to Italy, as they say. They went to Italy, and
Oh my God, go ahead.
they talked about how their Uber driver was like, yeah, this area, this is the Jew area. They're all over here. And he was like, well, they can go wherever, right? And he was like, not really. They're kind of just over here. And he was like, oh, shit, where are
like
we?
'em. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone on this tour kept calling.
That's the Joe Bridges area of the city.
Everyone on this tour kept calling it. They were like, we can't wait to have Italian food. We're so happy to be in Italy.
Italy.
And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Some nice Italian.
But
they're like, I hope they have fettuccine Alfredo as good as Olive Garden, because that one,
Oh my God. People
Dude.
talked about Olive Garden so goddamn much.
the Olive Garden in Kingsport's much better. The John City one sucks, dude. The
Is the one in
Kingsport
Kingsport
Olive
better?
Garden, that's just what
Is that what
fucking
people are
dumb
saying?
white people say. It's like, that Taco Bell on 4th Street sucks. You got to go down to Windsor. That they got
Windsor
it down
Castle?
down
We
there.
went there.
You got to go down to Windsor Castle
Yeah.
and get a Chalupa Supreme.
We did
Buy it
have
from the
a
guards,
coffee
honestly.
from McDonald's at a separate time on the trip because it was the only place that had coffee available.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
How good was French coffee?
all of the coffee was pretty comparable to each other, and it was all
better than American.
It was stronger than American.
There you go.
There's
your answer.
Yeah. So
better.
Rome,
You know why? It's cheaper to water down your coffee.
Yeah, it was cheaper there too. Honestly,
Oh, I'm sure.
coffee was like this was $7. His coffee was
That's so fucking
crazy, dude.
That's a combo. That's a Big Mac combo.
Dude, that was $7.
Used to be. Now it's like $13. Thanks.
I was drinking.
Joe
I was
Biden.
probably spending about $7 a day on coffee there, and I was drinking a lot. Of
7
coffee.
cups.
That was like 7 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
So €7, so it's like $9, but whatever.
Yeah.
So Rome, it's 3 cities built into one.
Mm-hmm.
The innermost part is the most historical part. That's where like the Colosseum, the
So go there.
Roman Forum, Trevi Fountain,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Did you go to the fountain?
I did, and that was the worst part of the trip.
Really?
And there's a reason why.
Vloggers.
Yes, there was a reason why that was the worst part of the trip.
That's a vlogger space for sure.
The outer ring is like kind of after the Romans, kind of like the Christian part
Okay.
of Rome.
Sure.
And then the outer, the I mean, that's the middle part. Then the outer ring is like modern.
Right. Oh, did you go to the Vatican?
Yes. Vatican
No
was dope.
shit. Did you really?
Mhm.
Oh, that's really cool. That's
So,
cool.
like I said, I'm happy.
Did you find that girl while you're there?
What girl?
There's like a girl missing in the Vatican for like the last 30 years. There's a documentary about it. She just fucking went missing, and they're like, we don't know. We have no idea. Where'd she go?
Maybe the Pope has a girlfriend.
yeah.
Anyway, so
There's like satanic sculptures up in the rafters and shit. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
dude. Michelangelo, who painted the Sistine Chapel,
First name Michael.
kind of a dick, and I loved it, dude. Very
Really?
petty. Learned a lot of history about him.
Michaels usually are.
A lot of history. But anyway, so just traveling through Rome fucking sucked. The traffic was so bad. And a lot of the stuff we saw was being restored because they're doing the Jubilee next year, which is where like all Catholics are invited to go to the Vatican. Jubilee.
J-E-W.
Yeah, that's how they spell it.
Jubilee.
J-U-B. But
The Jubilee.
anyway, so all the Catholics are invited to go to the Vatican next year and to other Roman churches and basilicas. Because there's holy doors that the Pope will open and it'll wash their sins off, and they do it every 25 years.
Okay.
So they're doing a bunch of restoration because of all the tourism next year.
Yeah.
Rome was just so overwhelmingly busy, even with all this happening.
Due to tourism, you think, or it's just that city is more than it can handle already?
Everything.
It's all bad.
They're like, this is the slow season. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If this
Damn.
is the slow season, I don't want to know what the busy season is. And they average about 6 million tourists a year, and they're expecting an additional 30 million tourists next year because of the Jubilee.
No thanks.
So don't go to Rome next year. If you listen to anything, don't go to Rome next year.
Well, don't worry.
Unless you're Catholic.
Dude,
So,
I can't even go to fucking Rome, Tennessee next year if there is one. I don't even know where it's
probably
at.
is.
And I can't
There's
get
Paris, Tennessee.
There's a
isn't there?
Paris. There's
Yep.
Paris, Texas too.
Yeah. So anyway, so Rome, Vatican was dope. The amount of security checks we had to go through was insane everywhere. Vatican was dope. So the Sistine Chapel was really cool. And the reason I said Michelangelo is like a really petty guy. The creation of man, you know that painting? It's Adam and God.
Reaching for the thing. Yeah, right.
God is behind. You know what's behind God?
It's like a leaf or something.
It's a brain.
Oh.
Do you know why it's a brain?
Why?
Because when that was painted, autopsies were illegal in the Roman Empire. So
It's a cool way to murder people.
So
Like, you can't look into it.
people would not know what that is unless they've seen an autopsy. Michelangelo,
Oh.
kind of a shady guy, saw a bunch of autopsies. He didn't want to paint the Sistine Chapel, but the Pope threatened him. And
So he put a brain on the ceiling?
because what is he going to say? Like, you don't know. It's kind of like a fuck you to the Pope.
I'm not sure I understand. He did that because he knew nobody would understand it?
He knew he knew it was illegal to know what that looked like.
Oh, okay. I got
And there was other like stuff. He got mad at one of the bishops and painted him as like a demon and painted a bunch of nudity in this chapel and
Well,
that
there's
stuff.
like what are those is it gremlins or whatever? Like
gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
That's in Paris.
yeah. Up in the thing?
Notre
Well,
Dame.
there's some
That's
in
on
the
Notre Dame.
Vatican too, right? Like
Yeah.
up in the
There was-
hide and shit.
The Vatican was dope. So we saw the Trevi Fountain, but that was completely under restoration, and there was like a line of maybe 200 people to even see it. And like we were getting
Fuck
pushed
that.
along, and it was just not good.
Yeah.
We saw the Spanish Steps, the Spanish Embassy, which I'm Spanish, so that was kind of cool for me.
Allegedly, he's Spanish.
I am. Yep. And then We saw the Coliseum, obviously.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kind of underwhelming. Not what you want. The
It's
Roman
old.
Forum was kind of underwhelming.
It's old.
I
Bunch
had
of old shit.
I had somebody who I was taking a picture. I finally got to where I could actually see it, and I was taking a picture just for a second. And this guy pushed me out of the way so his wife could take a picture of him. That was real cool.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, you were in his way, so
I was.
You kind of had it coming, I guess.
It was my fault. Rome was just too busy.
So Rome's number 3 on the list.
I don't think I'd ever go back to Rome.
Interesting.
Food was okay. Food was good. We did this pasta making class, and the pasta was delicious.
That's cool.
Our farewell dinner that we did there was so the farewell dinner. This is where it all comes together: the groping, everything.
Right.
The farewell dinner was our tour group, and then Go Ahead Tours was the tour group that we used. There was another tour that another tour director had, but they did the same itinerary as us.
30?
Sure, something like
Give or
that.
take.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
so we were all together. I mean, there was 70 people deep in this room, like tour directors, all the people.
Sounds like hell.
So it's an opera dinner. So there's live opera music during. It was okay.
I'd fly home early.
It was okay. There was a woman opera singer and a man opera singer.
Are you assuming their genders?
It's pretty clear.
Well, I've
So
lost that fight before. Go ahead.
they're singing all this stuff. The woman, we're sitting at a table with John and Betsy, very important. There's other people at our table. John and Betsy.
Oh, John's there. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So we're sitting, and the woman, and she's just she's doing her thing, and she's singing, and she's going to all the men, and just touching their head, and hug, it was a very funny thing.
Italian.
Very funny. It was very funny. Everyone was having a good time. John was like, "She better not come to me," and we're laughing, and because she's only at one table going to
Why is he anti-groping? What's John's?
his wife's
stance on
there.
it? So
That's it.
I thought he's been trying to ditch her all week. What's
No,
the
she's
deal?
been ditching him.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. So she starts going. She gets done with the first table. She goes to the second table. John's like, "I can't do this." Gets up, runs to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Stays in the bathroom for so
He just doesn't want to be
long.
touched.
Doesn't want to be touched. About halfway through, she's about at our table. You see John. The bathroom's kind of behind, where I'm sitting. Kind of where I'm sitting. Olivia just got home. Hi, Olivia.
Hi, buddy.
The bathroom's kind of where I'm sitting. It's kind of right back. I can see it.
Yeah.
John is just hiding behind the curtain, coming out of the bathroom, just watching it happen, and we're dying laughing.
He's waiting for this person to go away.
She finally comes. She goes back up the stage.
Did
On her
you
way to
touch
the
your
stage.
head?
She did. It
Did you like it?
was odd. I don't like people touching my head. She put a hat on me. That was not my hat. I didn't care for that.
Lice.
Yeah.
Italian
had it.
lice.
It was Paul's hat. Paul was a nice guy, but
Oh, it's another person's hat she took and put on your head.
yeah. I was sitting next to Paul. Didn't care for it.
I don't like
Paul
this,
had a big
you know.
head. Anyway,
Wow.
she took 2 people up to stage with her. 2 men up to stage with her.
Mm-hmm.
One of them out of our group, one of them out of the other group. The guy out of our group, normal dude. Honestly, it was Mary's husband, but normal person overall. Mary, they're normal people. They were annoying, but they're normal. The other guy grabbed her ass while he was on stage with her, and she smacked his hand away. And then she hugged the guy out of our group. I don't know his name.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who grabbed her ass started humping her,
Yeah.
and she shoved him off. And it was and he got taken away and talked to
Why?
after that.
It's fucking Italian culture, dude.
Crazy.
Do you
Also-
not know what you're signing up for?
Also, that was the worst meal we had in the entire trip.
Oh yeah, that touristy bullshit. They feed you New Orleans is the same way. We did a riverboat cruise,
Yeah.
and they're with an authentic Louisiana lunch, and it's
Awful.
No, it's fucking not.
Yeah, it was awful. So anyway, that's pretty much the tour. I mean, there's stuff I left out. I left out the fun bits. A lot of the fun bits I told you. I know we're so long.
No,
on
we're
this.
good. We'll split it in half.
Yeah. So
If you're listening to this is part 2.
yeah.
You're a week after the first part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael's
So,
home.
The
Can we call these episodes Daddy's Home Part 1 and 2?
yeah.
All right.
I love that actually. Dada's home. is what-
Dada's home,
yeah.
dude.
So we're done finally with the trip. We're flying back. We're about to fly back. We fly Rome to Philly,
Mm-hmm.
Philly to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own flights going to North Dakota, Alabama, New York, California. It was a very spread out trip. There was just predominantly North Dakotans.
Right.
John and Betsy live in Florida.
That's luck of the draw, honestly, getting those fucks.
And we had a Montana girl. She was the worst. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, she was the other young person.
Just talking about Montana the whole time. Yeah. See,
Yeah,
I know
dude.
shit, dude.
Dude.
I know shit. Yeah.
She at one point there was a wreck. I don't remember what city it was, and
Everyone's finding out about my home state now.
oh my god,
Montana's totally slept on.
she was like, I don't want people to move to Montana.
I'm about to
anymore.
move to Idaho. Idaho's more low key.
Pretty much.
Yeah, dude. I fucking know.
At one point, I don't remember what city we were in, but there was a car accident, and so the bus we were on took a different route. And the tour director, Tom, was like, all right, we're going to take some back roads. And they were still busy roads. We're in fucking London, Paris, wherever.
A car accident.
They're still busy roads because we're in these major cities.
Yeah.
And she goes, is this a back road? She's like, you don't know what a back road is. I live on a back road.
Oh,
No. And like,
yeah, in Montana, you know what that is? That's like, you remember Magic School Bus when she's like, at my old school, that fucking energy.
Dude.
I hate that shit, dude.
God,
There's a fucking, I better not. We'll talk after.
all right.
There's a person that comes to mind that's their whole energy. At
People-
my old school, fuck right off.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate
Your
it.
girlfriend goes to a different school, doesn't she?
She does. You don't
Yeah.
know her.
Yeah.
She lives in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was actually going to come on while you were gone.
Why hasn't she ever been on the podcast?
She doesn't want to be on camera, but I finally convinced her to because Andrew was coming.
Yeah.
But then we realized that Brandy was coming too, and we didn't want to go through the whole like 4 chairs thing. But Haley came and sat in the distance so that she could hear.
Oh,
Andrew.
is she the chair that you left
Yeah.
for me to carry back upstairs the day I got home?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was hanging out over
Thanks
there.
for that.
She was just chilling.
I was carrying all my luggage and
That's
I
the
see a
cuck
chair.
chair.
I saw a chair and I'm like, oh, I gotta
Yeah.
carry this chair upstairs.
That's our
Yeah.
cuck chair, like in the hotel when there's that one chair by the bed. That's the cuck chair.
Is that what that is?
That's the cuck chair.
Didn't
dude.
know that.
Think about that the next time you sit down and take your shoes off.
Yeah.
That's the cuck chair, dude.
Anyway, I'm not gonna say the thing I was about to say.
That's Moulin Rouge, dog. That's
Oh yeah.
fucking,
Ooh la
that's quid pro quo
la.
right there.
Yeah. Anyway,
That is quid pro quo.
so we're flying back, right? Rome to Philly. Connection to Atlanta. John and Betsy are flying back Rome to Philly.
Of course they are.
Connection to Orlando.
Of course they are.
9-hour flight.
Slowing you down.
9-hour flight. No, fuck that, dude. No.
Oh, you
No.
didn't talk to him?
No, dude. I was talking to him. I'm not waiting on him.
Yeah.
We get to the airport. We're
See
looking
you
for
there.
we're looking for our terminal. John goes, "How you get to terminal? Whatever." And I looked at Kayla. I was like, "I appreciate him telling us, but I'm gonna double check that because I don't trust
Good call.
John."
Yeah.
We get on the flight. It's a little longer on the way back. John is sitting 2 rows back from me in like the middle section,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know how there's 3 sections on
Yeah.
international flights.
Big old plane.
Yeah. I'm sitting on like the window section, but I'm in the aisle. He's sitting like 2 rows back, the middle section on the aisle on my side. Open mouth coughs for 9 hours on this flight.
I love old white guys. Yeah.
Open, dude. People are looking like,
Is John a veteran? He's
Yeah.
got big veteran energy. Dude, I can't fucking miss today, dude.
dude. What branch?
Did he wear his hat? Did he wear
Nah,
the
he
World
didn't-
War
he
II
didn't.
fucking
It
hat?
wasn't
or
World War
whatever?
II.
Yeah.
What branch do you think he was in?
John strikes me as probably a Navy guy, I'm going to say.
Close.
No?
You're close.
Is he an Army guy?
No,
He's a
you're
Marine?
Further.
Oh, he's
one.
an Air Force?
He's an Air Force guy.
Oh, he's Chair Force through and through. Hell yeah. Oh, so the whole ride, the whole plane ride, he's like, I used to fly. Fucking.
I don't know. I had my fucking AirPod Maxes on with active noise canceling,
Yeah.
and I could still hear this
Hear him
motherfucker
coughing.
coughing.
Yeah.
So
You know the people next to him were like, will you please die on this flight?
people are like looking back, like, what the fuck's happening to this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to tape him to his seat like a terrorist.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Contagion?
No.
I'd never seen it either. So do you know what that movie's about?
Contagion. No.
Came out in like 2010, 2011.
Sounds like a bad horror movie.
It's you remember COVID? You remember that whole thing? Yeah. It's pretty much COVID.
I couldn't hold it. It's
Pretty much COVID.
oh, okay, sure.
But it's a movie that came out in like 2010, 2011. But it's like,
what's COVID?
yeah, it's like, has like Gwyneth Paltrow, Matt Damon. I watched a lot of Matt Damon movies. I didn't mean to. But,
Wow. When in Rome.
has a bunch of other,
How many times do people say that shit? When
lot.
in Rome.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Paris. Oh my God, dude.
dude, I said Paris a lot.
Oh,
I like how Paris sounds. Yeah.
Being with other people anywhere, even at home, makes me sick. But on like we've waited 5 years for this. We've saved our whole marriage to
Yeah.
go and do this. And now there's 32 fuckers here to just ruin it.
Well, like I said, we only spent like 20, 30% of the time
That's
with
too
them.
much.
But, and it was the touristy stuff that we did with them. It wasn't like normal. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so Contagion is there's a SARS-like disease, like COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It literally is like what COVID was, but
Yeah.
it's in a movie.
Okay.
It came from a bat. Like,
Wow.
it's very like
Cool.
Yeah. It spread through cough and
Kung flu,
stuff
they
like
call
that.
it. Yeah.
And like the movie, like when it's spreading at the beginning of the movie, like Gwyneth Paltrow gets it first, and it's not a spoiler. It's literally the first thing that happens. It shows like everything she touches, and like just kind of pans to it.
Yeah.
And then like the next person who has it, it'll just kind of like, oh, they
Right.
were on a bus and
They're
they were held on
spreading
the,
it.
right.
Super spreaders.
I'm
they
watching
call
this movie as this is happening. John gets out of his seat, fucking walks to the bathroom, stumbles, puts his hand on my screen, and like, you know how like whenever you touch a touch screen and like the pause button comes up?
it. Yeah.
He like hits it that hard for the pause button to come up.
Why did
with
he
him.
touch your screen?
He was like grabbing the seats, like every seat as he's walking to the
I
bathroom.
hate
dude.
John, dude. I fucking hate John
Dude.
so much.
Betsy also been coughing, open mouth for a long
Asleep
time.
in the back.
She did the same thing at one point, just grabbing everyone's seat.
God, Betsy.
So we get to Philly.
Also, you said they live in Florida. They ain't from Florida.
Have you
They
ever
landed there about 10 years ago to die. That's Florida is the pasture for old cows, dude. That's where you go.
have you ever flown internationally? Have you ever flown back to the U.S.
No.
international spot? You have to go through customs. The first thing you
Right.
do when you land, you
Right.
got to go through passport control and customs.
Well, I went on a cruise international, and that was a similar thing.
When you got back,
Getting on the boat. Or getting back off the boat. Yeah.
Did you dock at a separate port?
Yes.
Yes. So you had to have a passport.
Right. Yeah.
So you have to, you know how you have to go through passport control and all that. We get to Philly. We do not have long between our next flight.
Right.
From like landing in Philly to getting on our flight to Atlanta.
Yeah, they give you like 12 minutes to be a mile.
We
away.
had about 15.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we are hauling ass off the plane. We were assholes who stood up when the plane landed because we didn't have time to
You
fuck around.
clapped.
Yeah.
John clapped for sure.
Yeah.
Old people
We all
love
clapped
clapping.
when Air Italia landed. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Dude, when Air Italia hit the ground,
Bippity boopy.
it hit the ground so rough that people gasped.
Wow.
That's how bad of a, that's what I'm saying. Don't take that.
Yeah,
airline.
that's scary.
So we get off the plane.
They're probably like, that's one of our best flights yet. That shit was smooth.
probably. You know what was crazy? It's the most comfortable plane I've ever been on.
Not when it's
Until it
upside down,
landed.
dude.
Until it landed.
Not
Yeah.
when it's upside down.
So we land. We rush to passport control. There's this crazy long line for passport control.
Yeah.
And there's like, hey, if you have the Passport Now app or whatever the fuck it is,
Yeah.
you can pre-check.
If you have
and
a
then-
chip in your wrist.
Yeah, I got my COVID chip updated before we left too.
There you go.
Yeah, and I got the
I bet you
flu.
did.
I got the flu chip also.
Kung flu.
Yeah. So,
Didn't you get like 9 boosters or something?
do what?
Nothing. Go
Coming
ahead.
from the guy coughing his head
Go,
off.
yeah, go ahead.
So we get there's this app that you can download. And you download the app, you can like pre-check like through customs. It just is quicker. There's a shorter line. This guy in line is a bro. Is like, hey, everyone download this app. The line's shorter. So we download this app.
Sure.
We walk. I don't know if there's those like cloth barriers.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
what's line controlling us.
Right.
So Kayla and I, we like go underneath these cloth things, go to
Yeah.
the other line. John, I guess, sees a bunch of people like going underneath these cloth things.
Yeah.
But we're going like out of the line. Like passport control is this way.
Right.
We're going this
You're
way.
not cutting people.
We're leaving.
Yeah.
John, I guess, just sees people doing this, does not understand. He is like 150 people behind us
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
It's a long line. There's like 500 people in this line.
Yeah.
He goes forward, like trying to bypass
Right.
customs,
Right.
and like is physically unable to go underneath these barriers. Also,
So he's just plowing through them.
he's not able to do
He's
it.
unhooking them, turning around, hooking it back in.
No, he's just trying to go under, but he can't.
Oh.
This lady is like, "Hey, sir, you got to stop. You got to stop." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen. This federal officer is like, "Sir, you got to stop. Can't do this."
Yeah.
He doesn't listen. He drags him out of the line.
Oh shit.
Drags him all the way to the end of the passport area.
Yeah.
Throws him down on his seat. John is still open mouth coughing, and Kayla and I at the line that we're in, we're like, see this happening,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh shit,
You're waving. Bye.
no, and the guy's like, obviously question him. Betsy is nowhere to be fucking found,
She's in Paris.
dude. No,
She's
she made
back
it. She
in
made it.
Paris.
She made it to Philly.
Well, she's at the fucking Liberty Bell with some other dude.
John just starts pointing at us, and me and Kayla turn around.
Oh no,
dude,
He's like, I'm with them.
We turned around. We don't know the guy.
Dude, you turned your back on John and Betsy? Holy shit.
No, just John. Betsy wasn't there.
What an asshole.
Betsy bailed on him.
You turned your back on John.
Dude, what do I know about this guy? I know his name's John. I know he lives in Orlando.
There you go.
I know.
That's more than I know about most people.
I don't know his last name.
Well, let's say it on the show.
I don't know his last name.
Let's make it up.
Yeah. So,
John Orlando.
we go through passport control. Finally, he points at us. We turned around. We're like, dude, we can't fucking do
John, if you're
anything.
listening, if your name's John and you're in Orlando, and you're 80 years old and you somehow managed to find this podcast,
The story's not over yet.
we'd love to have you Zoom call in.
Story's not over yet.
Go ahead.
We get through passport control. We eat at Smashburger. We go to our gate. We get on our flight. We come
Sure.
home. Blah, blah, blah.
American shit.
Kayla checks the group the next day. That was Saturday we landed. Monday.
Oh, no.
She checks the group. Betsy sends a message.
Yeah.
John died.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh. Thank you for listening to the Talkin Bits podcast. I just died for a second.
My
Holy
God.
shit. What the fuck happened to John?
John, they made it home. They went to the doctor.
Emotionally invested in this old geezy white dude.
They went to the doctor. Betsy has the common cold, which is what I had.
Sure.
Bitch gave it to me.
Yeah.
John has bronchitis.
Well, he might not be. There's a chance he doesn't make it.
Yeah.
John, we're pulling for you, John.
Okay, so you just gave me the reaction I kind of wanted. Obviously, that was a
Jesus
long
Christ.
setup. I kind of wanted to like turn that into like a...
That was an hour and a half long fucking setup for John being dead at the airport.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, wouldn't that...
Betsy sends another message.
Yeah.
John's dead.
Funeral arrangements.
Yeah, you guys should fly down for John's
God. She sent another message to the people that we don't know, the people who like couldn't walk anywhere.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can't remember that guy's name, but she was like, Nathaniel, John wanted me to let you know that he really enjoyed spending time with you.
Oh, well, that was sweet.
Yeah.
John didn't say that, but she just wrote that on
I think he's dead. I don't know.
Because he's dead. Yeah.
Dude, so you kind of gave me the reaction I wanted. I kind of want to like make a joke, like, of obviously a much condensed version.
Oh, you mean try? Yeah.
And then like,
yeah,
being the punchline.
I think you should try it at an hour and a half long. I think you should be
Should
like, go up at Little Magic.
How many open mics
for
is
90
that?
minutes? No, just
Oh,
one set.
I should do it better. I should do it at Blue Ridge in 5-minute segments, and it'd be
and there's no laugh until next year.
Open mics.
It'll pay off, dude. Next year
dude.
it'll pay off.
Fucking 4 months of open mics just for that punchline. I
Well,
thought it was
Michael's back from Europe.
fun. I am. Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
We've got some exciting shit planned. Yeah,
We do.
Christmas
we do.
is coming up.
I'm glad I went through it. This comes out the week of my birthday, so
What day is that exactly?
18th.
The 18th.
Yep.
Okay. So this comes out on the 18th, which means the one after this will be our Christmas episode, dude. That's exciting, and we're
This
gonna
will come out on the 20th. So.
we're gonna have a special guest, or the 20th, yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
Oh, this will come out after. I don't know how these.
we'll figure it out. I think maybe we'll do a special release on Christmas Day. What do you think?
Sure.
Instead of that Friday, put it out Wednesday.
Sure.
A Christmas episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
We'll have one more. We'll record one more after this. So if you're listening to this, the next one is going to be special. It's going to be a Christmas one. And I'll figure out what special guests we're going to have in the building. I have an idea. I think I know who it's going to be.
This was fun.
I think it's our specialist guest.
I'm glad I got to talk to. I'm glad I got to talk about Europe. So
Yeah. No, I wanted to make sure we had plenty of time to cover
it was fun. I'm
your
happy.
wacky adventures.
Yeah, my European adventures. I'm cultured now.
Yeah. No more, huh? No more travel for 5-6 years?
I'm never gonna fly again after that.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
Don't fly in Air Italia.
Fuck that. No, we plan on. We're planning on doing another, not that big of a trip, but we're planning on doing like something domestic,
Okay.
kind of big next year.
Well, if you need any recommendations, let me know. Cause
we're thinking about going to Boston or Chicago.
well, that wouldn't have been either of my. Well, Chicago definitely. Yeah.
Chicago is my favorite city in the
do
country.
Chicago. Do Chicago.
Well, we also don't want to go. We want to do west, but we want
Take
to
an
do,
OJ.
for those. Well, I don't know. For those we might not, but we want to go when we go west. We want to take Olivia.
Yeah. Wait for
So-
her to get a little bigger.
Yeah, like whenever we go to like the Grand Canyon and Yosemite and stuff like that.
She's like 7 would be a good age. Maybe.
Yeah.
7, 8.
And we'll have another kid at that point too.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
More?
Just one more.
Oh God, I guess I gotta raise that one too.
We're either gonna have a girl, and she can wear all of the old clothes that Olivia has, or we're gonna have a boy and he can wear all the old clothes that Olivia has. So
I think it's probably best this day and age. You give him until about age 5 and let him decide.
yeah,
Let
them decide.
Right, you're right. You know what? You're absolutely
let
right.
them.
Yeah, let them.
Yeah.
No, I kept Olivia alive while you were gone. You're welcome.
Thank you,
I watched her. We actually just sat right here at this table
while I was in rehab.
Month while you had Gamblers Anonymous.
Ruining Christmas. Olivia's asking me to quit spending all of our money, right?
I know.
Yeah.
That was her first word, dude.
Yeah.
Her first plea.
Her first plea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her first. You did listen.
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet. All right.
I haven't listened to the Pruitt
thanks.
episode. I'm scared to listen to the Pruitt episode.
It's worse. It's worse. It's worse. Okay, that's our show.
Yeah, thank you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it, and sorry for the ramblings, but it was great.
No.
To be back.
I think it's interesting stuff for people who have never been out of the country and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple quick plugs. Obviously the show Talkin Bits Pod on Instagram. In Boer Comedy Instagram.
Michael
TikTok.
Rose Comedy on Instagram. I am, by the way, in January. December's too hard of a month to get back to comedy. It's not a good month for comedy anyway.
It's impossible.
I'm getting back to comedy.
Yeah. That's a resolution. You heard it here first.
I am gonna start going back to shows, and actually doing stuff. I have a lot of jokes that, like the John bit that I just kind of, which was kind of like, that was all, everything I said on the show was true.
You just got to work it out.
But like, I do kind of want to make a joke out of that. And there's like other stuff that happened while I was in Europe.
You got to get back.
Kind of want to make into jokes.
This will come out. This one will be the week of the 20th right there before Christmas. So if you're listening to this, we have one more Don't Tell show in the month of December.
Ooh.
Actually, technically, just one more. That is on the 28th of December, Saturday the 28th. That headliner produces Don't Tell Nashville. He's fucking hilarious. He's been up here before, and he's coming back. The long-awaited return of my good friend who's come to headline. He's super, super funny. You also missed 2 shows because December's the first ever month where we have 3 shows in a month.
Dang.
We're doing that. Very special guest on Saturday the 7th, which obviously
you can say
you missed. It was Nick Murphy, who my favorite comedian in the fucking country right now. Stoked for that. And Don't Tell Tri-Cities on Instagram. Check us out. Come to a show.
Awesome.
Yep.
I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.